Picture this: you're on a path, a journey you've been on for years. You've invested time, energy, and resources into this path, and you've been told that success lies at the end of it. But as you walk, something feels off. The scenery doesn't inspire you, the challenges don't excite you, and the destination doesn't fill you with anticipation. You start to wonder, is this really what I want? Is this truly my path to fulfillment? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's okay to change direction. In fact, it's more than okay, it's essential. The pivot, the act of changing course, is not a sign of failure or weakness. It's a sign of strength, adaptability, and the courage to pursue what truly matters to you. We've been conditioned to believe that pivoting is a last resort, something we do when all else fails. But what if we saw it differently? What if we embraced the pivot as an essential tool for growth and self discovery? What if we celebrated the courage it takes to let go of what's familiar and embark on a new path? I know firsthand the power of the pivot. I started my career as a physician, a path I had dreamed of since childhood. But after years of study and practice, I realized that medicine wasn't fueling my passion. I felt stuck, unfulfilled, and desperate for a change. So I did something that terrified me. I pivoted. I took the skills and knowledge I had gained in medicine and applied them to a new field, becoming a talk show host. It was a risk, a leap into the unknown, but it was also an opportunity to align my work with my passions. And when I discovered the world of crowdfunding, I pivoted again, leveraging my communication skills and medical background to become one of the top 100 crowdfunding experts. Each pivot brought me closer to my true calling, to the work that not only utilized my talents, but filled me with a sense of purpose. And here's the thing: I'm not special. My story isn't unique. History is filled with examples of individuals who dared to change course and found greatness as a result. Take Sarah Johnson, for instance. Sarah had a successful career in the corporate world, but felt unfulfilled. It wasn't until she volunteered at a local shelter that she discovered her true passion for humanitarian work. So she pivoted. She left her corporate job, started her own nonprofit, and used her business skills to build an organization that has helped thousands of homeless individuals. Sarah found her purpose by pivoting. Or consider Frank, a military man who pivoted to a career in product management. He leveraged his discipline and problem solving skills to excel in a new field, becoming a successful software product manager. Frank's pivot allowed him to apply his strengths in a new and challenging way. And then there's Emma, a Wall Street banker who pivoted to environmental activism. She used her financial acumen to start an organization focused on sustainable practices and environmental advocacy, finding fulfillment and making a significant impact in the process. These stories illustrate what science has confirmed: that the key to motivation and high performance isn't rewards and punishments, but autonomy, mastery, and purpose. When we have the freedom to direct our own lives, to become better at something that matters, and to contribute to something larger than ourselves, we thrive. But let's be real: pivoting isn't a walk in the park. It requires courage to let go of what's familiar, to risk failure and uncertainty. It demands that we confront our fears and ignore the doubters, both internal and external. Pivoting means being willing to start over, to be a beginner again, to humble ourselves in the pursuit of something greater. And that's why so many of us stay stuck, why we cling to careers and paths that no longer serve us. We're afraid of the unknown, of the judgment, of the challenges that come with change. We convince ourselves that we've invested too much to turn back now, that pivoting is a sign of weakness. But what if we flip the script? What if we saw pivoting as a sign of strength, of the courage to pursue our true calling? What if we celebrated the risk takers, the path changers, the ones who dare to align their lives with their deepest values and passions? Imagine a world where we encouraged each other to explore, to experiment, to follow our curiosity and intuition. Imagine a world where changing course was seen as a brave and necessary step towards fulfillment. In that world, we would see more people like Sarah, Frank, and Emma, more people thriving in careers that feed their souls, more people making a difference in the world. So, my challenge to you today is this: embrace the pivot. Give yourself permission to change course, to try something new, to pursue what sets your soul on fire. Trust that your past experiences, your skills, and knowledge will serve you well in your new endeavors. And know that the pivot, far from being a sign of failure, is often the key to unlocking your true potential. I won't sugarcoat it. Pivoting is scary. There will be obstacles and setbacks, doubts and fears. You might face resistance from those who don't understand your vision. You might have moments where you question everything, where you wonder if you've made a huge mistake. But in those moments, remember this: you are not alone. Remember that some of the greatest success stories began with a pivot. Remember that growth and comfort rarely coexist, and that the discomfort you feel is a sign that you're on the right track. And most importantly, remember that the pivot is perfect because it allows you to align your life with your deepest values and passions. It invites you to be brave, to take risks, to trust in yourself and in the journey. It opens up a world of possibilities, of experiences and connections you never could have imagined. So let's celebrate the pivot in all its messy, uncomfortable, exhilarating glory. Let's create a culture that encourages exploration and embraces change. And let's have the courage to pursue our own pivots, knowing that they just might lead us to the life we've always dreamed of. The road to success and fulfillment is rarely a straight line. It's a winding path full of unexpected turns and detours, but it's those very pivots that make the journey worth taking. So here's to the pivot, to the courage to change course, and the wisdom to know when it's time. May we all have the strength to embrace it, and may it lead us to a life of purpose, passion, and unbridled joy. Because at the end of the day, life is too short to stay stuck on a path that doesn't light you up. It's too precious to waste on work that doesn't feed your soul. You deserve a life that excites you, that challenges you, that fills you with meaning and purpose. And if that means pivoting, then so be it. Embrace the change, trust the journey, and know that you have everything you need to create a life beyond your wildest dreams. The pivot is perfect, and so are you. Let's go out there and create some magic.